Moses, Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Ryan. His throw incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 19 in picking up the first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Tuesday.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On second down, Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Get up!
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. This is Coleman, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And Bryant's kick is good.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. Tag on, I got it in the bag now, getting all type of cash, I'm a general truth. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send a new Bay alert, don't be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice. Looking at you, it's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. First carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
The first carry for a former 49er and also a former Buckeye. It's Carlos Hyde. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 84 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one taken from the 7th. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot, for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Ryan now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
All right, here we go. 319. No. Check. Patriot.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Watch 85. Ball going 85. Watch 85.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
There we go.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here's Coleman. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
Hey, let's go. Gun.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Get up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, Couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Set! 3-19! 3-19! Go, go, go!
A toss play to Hunt. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield looks to throw, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Ready, back 25. Gun.
Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Let's go.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Gun.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Mayfield on play action. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Come on, here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw, Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well have not even had the penalty.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll give it to Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They come up in an offset eye.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard.
second down. Mayfield nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And Mayfield just getting the play off. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Good move at the 30. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Bryant's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Ryan on second down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Coleman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery, pushing his way through. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone, 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 gone.
Again, this is Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
On 2nd down, Hyde, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll toss it to Hunt, and he's got room. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. It is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Edwards got 4 down. Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit! Blue 90!
They'll run, hide, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
4 down. Check. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield to throw it. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Handoff comes to Hyde. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Let's go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Get up! Wait! Wait!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Complete to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
12. Ready, set up. Ready. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Out left side here to Bryant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Freeman, the tailback. He's got it running left. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Hey, gun.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bryant. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Johnson on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. This is Coleman, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Ryan now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On the ground, this is Ware. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They run again with Ware. And down inside the 15 he goes. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. They run here. Ware. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll run now with Ware. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They start the drive with Hyde. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They run it again with Hyde. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little